ultimately, Africa is the main theater of struggle, because that is our homeland. All of us. And when we talk about us Africans, we're not talking about those of us that come from Nigeria, Gambia, Congo. We are talking about Africans in America, Africans in Europe, Africans in South America. People we call Brazilians, people we call African Americans, Black Brits, you know, Africans all over the world. Because globalization, they globalize us before they even develop the concept of economic globalization. We as Africans, we are a global people, and we need to understand that clearly, that we are a global people. And so we must use all of our resources, whether they are human, financial, material, spiritual, mental, cultural, political, economic, all of our resources must be mobilized in the course of the African Revolution. So we need to be very clear about that. Because one of our weaknesses as a people is this thing that people refer to as tribalism. I don't call it that because this is what Europeans like. You know, when they meet, you say, oh, hello. And you say, where are you from? So, oh, I'm from Nigeria. Oh, which tribe are you from? I said, which tribe are you from? So they say, oh, I'm not from any tribe. We don't have tribes. I say, really? So you don't have a tribe, but I have one. Because you gave me one. And if we look at our nationalities, you know, our nations, whether they're just the Yoruba, they are much more in population and geography, you know, than a lot of the European countries we have today. But you hear Africans raising up the tribe, and from this tribe, and from that tribe. What nonsense. Who cares where you're from? Nobody. When imperialism comes to attack you, it's not because of where you come from, it's because of the resources in your land. The earlier you understand that, the better for you. So in Nigeria, for example, you know, there's an agitation now. We must split up, we must split up. If we split up, our bourgeoisie, our elites will also split with us and continue to oppress us in our smaller nations. The other weapon that imperialism uses, which is a challenge for a Pan-African renaissance, there is religion. Some of us, you know, with all our radical rhetorics, it's shocking. We are still deeply Christian, deeply Muslim, deeply this, deeply everything but African. You see, the clapping has gone down because there's a lot of intention in the room. And we can't understand as long as you continue to see and to understand God and the Creator through the lenses of another race, you will never know freedom in your life. Never. Religion is a cultural understanding of the spiritual. That's why Indians are Buddhists and these Jews are that and this and that. It's just an expression, an attempt to understand, you know, the supernatural. So when we as Africans continue the denigration, you hear Africans say, oh, that's fetish. Like some people, you know, when they see the cowries, oh, that's fetish. Do you know what it is? You know, this is where the problem is here, in the head. In the head. And if we don't fix that problem in the head and in the mind, we ain't going nowhere. You see, the Chinese are coming to Africa, right? Or they're already there. They're going to bring their own God, Confucius, whatever it is they practice. And you see Africans there, you know, worshipping. There must be a cultural revolution also. If there is no cultural revolution, our political revolution will not succeed. It will be hijacked and defeated. Because while we've done half of it here in the mind, because there's here and then there's here. That's why there's so many of us in church. If you go to Africa, my God, when some of the big churches have their congregation, 10,000 people at one service. Well, you know, I can't can't even talk about, because when they have their revivals in Nigeria, do you know there's no space for them in the city? They have to give them space outside. 2 million people turn up, looking for redemption, looking for the Messiah. But we have to understand that because the state has failed them, society has failed them, only Jesus has not failed them. And the reason why that hasn't happened is that they're most unlikely to meet him. The same thing. And I don't mean to upset any of the Christians here. I come from a Christian home, a background, we're serious Catholics. My mom has got a big shrine in our house. All right? So I know what I'm talking about. But in coming into revolutionary consciousness, you begin to ask yourself questions. You begin to free your mind. If we want to get free. Because there's some of us who don't want to get free. I must tell you that. There are lots of them. No, they want to be a bit more comfortable. They want to have access to the same privileges that white people have. Not understanding that Europeans had to steal our resources and murder our people before accessing those privileges. So, for those Africans who want the same privileges, I always advise them to go and look for a brand new race of people that they can exploit. A brand new territory somewhere that they can exploit in order to have those resources. Because some of us want orange juice without oranges. We want freedom without struggle. That's what some of us want. That's why we wait for the Messiah. Because you see, the Messiah is going to bring it, you see. We'll be folding our arms like this, and the Messiah will bring it right up to us. Say, here you go, good people. You deserve it. You're deceiving yourselves. And if we're not careful, in the next 30, 40, and 50 years, our children will come again, whether we assemble in London, in Lagos, in Accra, in wherever, and have the same discussion all over again.